Parents, how did the system fail your child? When my daughter Emma was diagnosed with severe asthma, I made sure her school had everything they needed: 3 inhalers, action plans, and doctor's notes. We'd been through 2 terrifying ER visits before her diagnosis, and I wasn't taking any chances. Emma loved swimming more than anything. She'd wake up at 5 a.m. for practice without complaint, even on the coldest winter mornings. Coach Davis understood her condition perfectly. He kept her inhaler poolside and recognized her early warning signs before even she did. Safety first, medals second, he always said. But when Coach Davis left mid-season for a college position, everything changed. The replacement, Coach Winters, came with impressive credentials and a completely different philosophy. During his first team meeting, he scanned Emma's medical forms with obvious skepticism. Asthma's mostly psychological, he told me after practice one day. Kids use it as a crutch when they don't want to push themselves. I tried explaining that Emma's lungs literally couldn't get enough oxygen during an attack, but he just gave me that condescending smile reserved for overprotective mothers. The first few weeks, Emma came home exhausted but managing. Then she started hiding her symptoms, afraid of being singled out. He makes examples of anyone who asks for breaks, she confessed one night. I should have pulled her immediately, but swimming was her life, and she begged me not to intervene. On a Tuesday afternoon in March, during an especially intense training session, Emma gave her emergency signal, 2 taps to the chest, indicating she needed her inhaler. Several teammates noticed, but Coach Winters ignored it. "Everyone's tired," he shouted across the pool. "Push through it! No one's babying you here!" Emma tried continuing, but made her way to the pool edge, clearly struggling. According to her teammates, the coach blocked her exit from the water. "5 more laps or you're off the team," he threatened. My phone rang 20 minutes later. It wasn't the school or the coach. It was Emma herself, barely able to speak, hiding in the locker room bathroom. "Mom, can't breathe." Then the call dropped. I broke every speed limit racing there. The school receptionist tried stopping me at the entrance. "Practice isn't over yet. You can't just—" I didn't hear the rest as I sprinted past her. I found Emma blue-lipped on the tile floor of the bathroom, clutching her chest, each breath a desperate wheeze. Her emergency inhaler? Nowhere to be found. "Where's your inhaler?" I gasped, already dialing 911. She pointed weakly toward the coach's office. Later, I discovered he'd collected all medications at the start of practice and locked them in his desk because athletes shouldn't use them as crutches. The ambulance arrived within minutes. The paramedics had to administer emergency treatments right there on the bathroom floor. Emma spent 3 nights in the pediatric ICU. The doctor said another 15 minutes without intervention, and we might have lost her. When we returned to school the following week for a meeting, I expected profound apologies and immediate action. Instead, the principal suggested Emma might not be cut out for competitive swimming, and that perhaps we should consider less demanding activities. Not once did they acknowledge the coach's negligence. Not once did anyone suggest his behavior needed correction. The school nurse quietly mentioned this wasn't the first medication misunderstanding with Coach Winters, but quickly changed the subject when the principal glared at her. That's when I went nuclear. I contacted every parent whose child had a medical condition at that school. Turned out Emma wasn't alone. There were dozens of stories about ignored accommodations, confiscated medications, and endangerment disguised as building resilience. Within 2 weeks, we had organized, gathered evidence, and filed a joint complaint with the school board, complete with text messages, emails, and security camera footage from outside the locker room showing how long Emma had been in distress before anyone helped her. The district launched an investigation that revealed Coach Winters had been forced out of 2 previous schools for similar incidents, but glowing recommendation letters, written to get rid of him, had helped him keep moving from school to school. Today, Emma's at a new school with a coach who was an asthmatic swimmer himself. She's thriving again, with teammates who've been trained to recognize emergency signals and staff who understand that medical accommodations aren't special treatment, they're necessities. And that old coach? He's been blacklisted from every school district in our state, his certification revoked. The principal who enabled him took early retirement when facing disciplinary action.